Hi and welcome to Nexus. This week we're taking you to some of Australia's popular attractions and tourist destinations. And also don't forget to watch out for this symbol. It means there's a special focus on English language learning from the story on our website. So, what's on today? We'll experience the exciting gold rush days of the 1850s. Meet a poet in residence.
Have you ever thought of trying to control your every thought, or thinking of your thoughts a different way? Or maybe thought of thinking what a previous thought had brought to you? Ever thoughtful thinking thoughts that day? Because thinking thoughts of thinking, though they thankfully be thought, can throw the thoughts of thinking out per se.
And learn about one of the world's great wonders. But first, Luna Park has been a Sydney icon since 1935, entertaining millions of visitors. But it's also had its ups and downs, just like a roller coaster. Let's take a look at a place that will always be an important part of Sydney.
It makes me sweat.
Well, the first Luna Park was in New York on Coney Island in 1903. It was copied all around the world. And then in 1930, after the success of the one in Melbourne, people moved it and copied it and put it in Glenelg in Adelaide. And that lasted about 2 years, and they had problems with residences down there. So they packed it up and put it in a ship and brought it up here. The site that we have today, it was Milsons Point Railway Station. They then demolished the old railway station and built the largest factory in Australia at the time, and they used that for the steel construction of the bridge. These people in Adelaide, who had Luna Park in Adelaide that wasn't doing too well, said, oh, we know what to do. The government worked out there weren't many people coming across the bridge in the new bridge in their cars. So they said, oh, we know what we do. We'll get that crowd from Adelaide to put the fun park here. And so then you'll have people use the bridge in the cars, and they did. During the war, it was open, and it got a lot of visitors, obviously, from the soldiers and sailors that came into Sydney on R&R. It was an escapism from the war years.
Your money, make it last, hang tight, kick back, prepare yourself for the attack.
I can remember bringing a girlfriend down here and having one of those we used to call pashes, and ended up marrying her. I'm still married to her, and we both still work here. Both a bit mad, I think. And in the late 70s, there was the fire that people lost their lives on.
6 children and 1 adult died in the ghost train fire. That led to the park's closure in 1979. And so began a 22-year struggle between a succession of developers and the surrounding community. It opened and closed 3 times in the 80s and 90s. Then in 1996, the gates closed once more when the Big Dipper was deemed too loud.
The park has always been a contentious place. Even in Adelaide, it moved because of noise and council problems. It came here, and in the early years it wasn't a problem because there were very few houses around it. It was a construction site for the bridge. But over time, there's been a lot of development in residential places because, as I say, it's a great spot to live.
Buy low, sell high, take your pills, tell your lies, fake your tan, wear a tie, go to the gym, you'll never die.
The faces, the current one is number 8. So there have been 7 before. Some lasted a long time, some built out of paper mache, some built out of ferro cement. But this one out of fiberglass, so number 8. We get a lot of visitors. We're close to our 3 millionth now since we opened the park in 2004. And it's a pretty amazing place to work.
I'm here for a little bit of holiday fun. Everyone's happy, it's fun, there's so much to do.
You've only got to look at the view. You've only got to look at the kids' smiling faces to see that it's all worthwhile. And Luna Park's here for all of Sydney and all the visitors, not just for the locals. Luna Park's important to Sydney because it's the soul that Sydney has had for a long time. The bridge and the park. It's been a fun place now for 71 years. It should go on indefinitely.
You want my kind?
Yep, certainly a fun place to visit in Sydney. Now let's step back in time and experience Australia's exciting gold rush days at Sovereign Hill in Victoria. Set on a former gold mining site, this award-winning outdoor museum recreates all the hustle and bustle of life in the goldfields of the 1850s.
Welcome to Sovereign Hill, Ballarat, Victoria. Sovereign Hill is a living outdoor museum that faithfully recreates